Hey, everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the second video that we've got for you today.
But first, a word from us, your sponsors. Guys, support the show. Grab some merch. We got some awesome shirts up on the website at Rogues Apparel. Supports our show directly as well as an independent artist. You can jump into the Patreon, which forms the backbone of what we do here. It allows us to do a bunch of extra stuff in addition to the main stuff without having to worry about the demonetization that comes from YouTube all the time. Those are our mobile infantry. I really, really love those guys. And thank you very much for watching. All right, let's jump into the news. As I do on the previous episode, AJS updates is Warhammer Total War 3 is done.
Go watch it.
Go watch it.
Sweet
that
intro.
took a long fucking time. Yeah. By Flippy Mister. It was awesome. He did that for us. And then we're working on Horizon Zero Dawn next and Elden Ring simultaneously. So it's going to take a little while because those are some longer games, but we are doing our best.
A lot of content.
And now we're now we're in March. So what I'm fucking going in overdrive mode. I want to burn out. Like I'm like, getting, crazy here, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. It seems like April. I keep looking at April. There's really not much in April. No, March has games.
Well, the biggest game at the end of March just got delayed, so...
Not the biggest one. I didn't even consider Forsaken, to be honest. That was looking more at Tiny Tina, and there's several other games. In fact, there was a news story that we might want to cover on this one that I forgot regarding Babylon's Fall that came out dead on arrival.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll add that news story here.
Yeah.
Anyways, but what I'm saying about April is I don't see jack shit. I wonder when they're going to fucking announce games for April. The only one that I know of is Star Wars. So I'm like, whew, thank you. Once we get to April, we can catch up and then be on top of things going forward. So looking forward to that. All right. So what the hell has happened? What else has happened on the news?
Bad things for Final Fantasy XIV. So apparently a huge portion of Steam users for Final Fantasy XIV can't even get in right now. Square was trying to add another layer of security by forcing people to link their Square account with their Steam account. And I hate this practice. Anyone who does this, I fucking hate you. So Square, fix your shit. And they broke it because it didn't do anything. And so it's supposed to be an extra security measure, and all it did was fuck over a huge portion of people that are using Steam. So there's a lot of people just sitting there, I mean, if you're stuck at home today, all you got, like, remember, I used when you'd be sick, and you're like, well, if the internet's out, I just have to watch The Price is Right because that's literally the only thing on. But back when we had dial-up, and shit,
way back in the day, I would watch Judge Judy. You stay home sick from school, you get to watch Judge Judy, Price is Right, and play all the video games.
No, Madlock, Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, look.
It's hot.
Did you watch Columbo too, Joe?
I love Columbo.
I am embarrassed to say this. I watched Columbo like 2 weeks ago with my girlfriend. We watched an episode. I was like, hey, that's actually
good.
not
Show
great.
Peter Falk is a treasure.
And another thing.
Yeah,
and another thing. Just one more thing. So I'll get out of your hair. One more thing.
Quincy was also a gem.
Are we fucking old people now?
Of course we're old people.
You were already old people watching fucking Matlock and Murder. I haven't done Matlock and Murder, She Wrote yet, but if they're as good as Columbo.
Golden Girls.
Not all of the episodes of Columbo, though, are entertaining.
Yeah, there's always hit and misses.
There's so many great ones.
Anyway,
back to Square Enix, though.
All the young kids are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. So hopefully they fix that and people get to log back in. In big news and acquisitions, Epic Games acquires Bandcamp.
What?
This is big. Bandcamp is a streaming service. A lot of like indie artists and smaller artists absolutely love them. They get paid a little bit better. People were able to use Bandcamp as like if they couldn't figure out how to do their own web page and stuff. And so it was really big. Epic Games is acquiring them. And apparently, the issued a statement promising things will essentially remain the same, and that Epic will help expand Bandcamp's features and availability while allowing them to continue to properly compensating music artists. So apparently, all the people who are worried about getting paid, everything's apparently staying the same. This is just going to allow Epic to hopefully integrate more music into games. I think that we're going to see a lot of that, especially with the DMCA issues that a lot of games are having, the importance of streaming and YouTube content.
You think they're doing it to inject it in games?
I think that they're doing it to make more money, and I think this is an avenue for them to potentially do it. It's because they're big on their whole, Fortnite meta universe, and they want to have concerts in Fortnite. They want to do a bunch of things, and if they own Bandcamp, they could, in theory,
Maybe
compensate.
pull the library in there
compensate
while
the
also
artists to do those
compensating the
I
artists.
check out
That's
every
cool.
time anyone ever mentions that.
Meta.
There's metaverse. I was like, okay, I'm done talking
Yeah.
to you. It's like, no, he's NFTs, blockchain, metaverse.
Like, that's
You
great.
don't
You're
get
done
it.
talking to me. Go home, put your headset on, and I'll go home and put my headset on. We'll talk again. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll do
meet
that.
you there.
I mean,
Yeah.
Damn it.
Anyways,
Another
I want to go to
boomer.
a real concert.
No real concerts. In other
I
boomer
went to
news,
a real concert.
Snoop Dogg joins
Gotta
FaZe
support
Clan.
my heavy metal.
What?
Snoop Dogg is now part of FaZe Clan.
What?
Yep.
He has those kinds of. I wasn't aware that Snoop Dogg was that good at fucking video
think
games.
it's just
Didn't he get fucking mad one time? He like fucking
Yes.
rage quit. He's like, God damn
They're
it!
Madden. I
and
think
then
he
he
just
left.
played Madden.
He left the
Right.
stream on for 8 hours. We were talking about this yesterday. It's like you know that Snoop Dogg
Snoop.
is rich and powerful because he left his stream on with his
Yeah, more
Spotify
viewers than we have, right?
playing the entire time, and I imagine he didn't even get a strike, and that's because
It's Snoop
he's Snoop
Dogg.
Dogg, and it's like you play a 17
doesn't
second
matter.
clip
He's
and
like-
you get a Twitch strike.
Yeah, it's like, here's our hype man, Snoop Dogg. Okay, yeah, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he knows all those bands. He could just be like, "Hey, man, just get this shit off," and they're like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously a PR move and a mascot type of thing.
Yeah. So
Because I doubt his skills. I call him out right now. Let's fucking play. Not in Madden because you beat my ass because I don't play fucking garbage games. Oh! But
Facts.
yeah, in an FPS, I don't know. I think I could take him. Joe, can you take Snoop Dogg?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play.
All right.
yeah, it'll be interesting. I imagine he's just going to be playing, all of those other things. So, all right, there's a class action lawsuit now against 2K, NBA 2K loot box. They're
Good.
They're accusing Take-Two of unfair, deceptive, and unlawful practices. The plaintiff claims monetization model psychologically distances players from the real impact of their purchase.
Yeah.
This is another in a long line of these things. This class action lawsuit filed against Take-Two Interaction in Illinois. The plaintiff is seeking at least $5 million in damages, which seems very low for something like this. If they actually had a case, I imagine the number would be significantly higher, especially with how much money they make on it. So the fact that they're asking for so low money means I don't think that this case is going to go anywhere, but it's always interesting to report on them.
Okay.
But this is a
Well, that's
Bloomberg
good,
report. The suit was filed on behalf of a minor and their guardian in Illinois. And just apparently that the kid didn't understand. He's just like, wait a minute, those things cost money. And when you're like, yes, all of it, because there's like you turn the money into these things and these things and these things, the pack into these things. And so,
As long as they bring this shit to light, because like these things, sports games are just like fucking shit now. The main thing is just the packs and VC points. Fucking hate them.
Yeah.
They're losing.
It's
just
They
fucking-
lost their way.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They make shit games now because of it. And we don't need that stuff spreading into our other games, even though it kind of does. So we
Yeah,
just
we're
got to
gonna
hold the
start a
line.
Madden boycott
Hold
this
the
year.
line.
This year. This is our year.
Hold the line.
Madden boycott.
you can't. It's gonna be the Madden.
I'm not going to
special
announce
edition.
that yet, Joe, because I'm fucking serious about this. When we
I'm
do a
seriously gonna
Madden
do a
boycott, we are going to go fucking hard. But I need to see what they're about to do with it.
You
because
know they ain't gonna do shit except
I know they ain't going to do
they're
shit,
gonna
but you
ride
can't
on
fucking...
Madden's coattail. Be like,
I
oh,
understand.
this is for him.
I
Respect. was
fucking
like,
understand.
is
I
it?
fucking
don't
understand.
think it is.
I was thinking the right moment to boycott would be after that, because you know what? Is our boycott gonna break through the memorial for John Madden,
But
the
they're
celebration
using
of his
something
life?
to just
It
push
feels
something
like
so
it feels
shitty.
shitty that right, exactly. That could be the ultimate time to do it, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's complicated. Let's see what they're gonna bring, which is jack fucking shit, except
Agreed.
for increased prices. If that fucking happens,
It's gonna be $70 and then
we'll see. We'll see. But it's coming. A Madden boycott is coming if they don't fucking do something now. Anyways,
All right, we got news from 343.
went off the rails there.
Halo Infinite's lead multiplayer designer is leaving 343 Industries. Andrew Witz has been there for 3 years. He said it's been an honor leading the multiplayer design team over these years.
Why would you leave if everything is doing real well?
Because he's going on to bigger and better things. He wishes the company
bigger and
well,
better than Halo?
and they're
Close.
doing...
Sure. He hasn't announced where he's
sick
going.
of this shit.
He's going to take some time off and relax and recharge, probably because of all of the
fucking stress they're under.
I mean, look, we talked a lot over the course of the news today about games being delayed for 5 months and then coming out in a better spot. Halo was delayed for a fucking year.
Yeah.
And it was not even
pieces.
And it was it came
They're
out
just doing
it came out
pieces.
on pieces. And people were expecting season 2 to come up with a co-op campaign, and we have confirmation that season 2 will not release with the co-op campaign. It is possible that it could come out later on, but in May, when season 2 comes out, we will not have it, which means that co-op campaign will be a year and a half late.
What the fuck? What the fuck? So when did the fucking Halo come out? It was like fucking
December.
Oh man, and so in May we're not getting it because we thought, okay, yeah, fine, give you 6 months.
Nope.
That is already fucking a long time to wait. And now it's not even that. It's like, what the fuck is going on at 343? They're like really... It makes me want to go back to my Halo review and lower the score by another fucking point. Because, like, I was giving them a bunch of excuses. They had already delayed the game itself by much time. A year, more than a year. And it's like, god damn. And then we're not going to get Forge at the same time we get co-op. Forge is going to be the next. It's going to be another 6 months.
Yeah.
And no, that's just insane, man. This is why I fucking hate live service games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Get less for more and nothing but promises that it'll go into the game, and by then the community is fucking shit and fucking depleted because nobody's fucking playing, and then they're hoping that they raise their numbers and fluctuate the numbers and raise the player base and lower the player base and raise. It's like,
It's just very depressing because this is going to be the future.
turning it into a fucking Destiny 2, and I just don't think that Halo can sustain that magnitude of.
No.
It's not the same thing as a looter shooter. It can't pretend to be one and survive that long.
Well, it's also a incredibly under average, below average open world game. I mean, we're playing two open world games
empty
right now that are just filled with shit and it's dungeons and stuff to do. And you look at what Halo is,
and it's proof that they didn't even fucking design the game with that in mind, because they're quoted as saying, "Oh, it's very difficult. We have many difficult challenges in open world this and that." It's like, if you knew co-op was going to be in it from the beginning, then you wouldn't have had those challenges. Yeah. It's like they fucking developed it as a single-player open-world game, and they're like, oh, yeah, fuck. People want co-op. Okay, let's put a few things in. Oh, shit, we ain't got time for this. Cut it, and we'll deal with it later. And now we're dealing with it even later.
Yeah.
And we might deal with it
later.
Even later.
Yeah.
By the time nobody gives a shit.
So it took them however many years to give us a 10 to 12 hour long campaign, and that's it. No Forge, no multiplayer. And remember, and then the other multiplayer doesn't actually count because that's a standalone thing, right?
Yeah.
That's why that's the Halo stands can be like, no, they're allowed to charge you $300 a month for skins because it's a standalone thing, and that's free. The $60 thing was 10 hours, so I don't know.
Man.
Whatever makes you feel better, man. Fucking done with it.
This sucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And like I said, the player base will fall up until that point. Then it'll rise again because when they do get it out, I want to try it out with you guys. Like, I want to get back in. I want to do it, but it's like
I just feel like we're going to try it out. It's still going to be very underwhelming. So.
Probably because it's not like specifically designed with it in mind. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, Halo is still Infinite's still doing well based on their online numbers. Like where they're hitting at least 8,000 to 10,000 constantly, so like people are able to play, especially the multiplayer stuff, and it's probably higher because we don't have the Xbox numbers. So it's like the fan base is still there. It is still significant. It's not like Battlefield it is a dead and dying game. Halo is strong. We'll just have to see how long that lasts because they were hoping this thing's going to last 10 years, and I don't know if this thing, as of right now in this state, if we can do 10 years. We also have a lot of video game news this week pertaining to the global conflicts going on, right? So the Russia has invaded Ukraine, and so video game companies all over the world, here in the United States and in Europe and other places, are cutting off ties. So Twitch, Microsoft, Take-Two, Epic, Activision, Blizzard, all just like pulling content, saying we're not going to sell, we're not going to release things there.
That fucking sucks, man, because it's like, it's a complicated issue. We're talking about lives here. We're talking about war here. So it's a very sensitive topic on how you deal with this. The only way to, in a modern age, with a country with fucking nuclear weapons who are invading other sovereign countries over land, the only way to really discourage that, other than World War fucking III, is sanctions, right? And as businesses and companies and the American government and all these other governments shut down all the different avenues that the way they make money and start to try to put the squeeze on. What sucks is it hurting the Russian people,
The
right?
people that have nothing to do with it.
You know, it's Putin's war, and not every Russian
Not
walking around
everything's
on the
for it.
streets
But
like, let's go fucking, invade Ukraine. Now, there might be a few, but whatever. It's like some people, and honestly, they don't have freedom of press. They go out and protest. They're going to fucking jail. If they saw some of the shit that I've seen on fucking Reddit and combat footage, which, by the way, there's hackers that put like the war footage on their TVs. That shit is cool. That's when you're using hacking to the appropriate angle. But the problem is when the sanctions hurt the people. But then there's a flip side to that. It's like, well, if the people never feel the squeeze, then they never rise up and say, "Hey, cut this war out." Because how do you stop a dictator who's like, "I want to do all this"? Is the only way is the people. So it's just complicated, man. Because I know you said something earlier to me, like the Russian Twitch streamers.
There's a lot of streamers that are based in Russia, and the Twitch can't pay them because of current sanctions. And so
sucks,
no money can go into the country.
These are our people. These are gamers. These are streamers.
Yeah.
These are people that work hard. These are people that try to entertain people, and they need to be paid for their work.
Twitch has said that they've tried to reach out to them, saying if you can provide us an alternate way outside that we can send you this money, great. And if you can't, then we will calculate every penny and make sure it gets to you when we can.
Well,
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just wait until, at least get them their money at the very fucking end if they can't find a way to do
It's
it. But it
still
just
very
fucking
complicated 'cause
sucks,
they need
man.
the money
I
now.
don't like the Russian people being hurt about it, but at the same time, it's like there's the Russian propaganda and the TV stations is like, hey, this is just a special operation for these regions. It's like, no, this is an invasion. And the only way to stop it, short of World War III, is to put sanctions on and make the Russian people feel it. And it simultaneously is a tough thing and sometimes an appropriate thing. So it sucks. I don't want gamers to be hurt by it. Because so you're saying that even gaming companies are like, no more games.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's like, oh god damn it, I wanted to fucking play Elden Ring. No, I've seen people, Ukrainians playing Elden Ring. I've seen Russians playing Elden Ring. It's just future stuff going forward here until this war is over. End the fucking war, please. Get to that negotiation table and end this shit, because this is crazy, man. Fucking depresses me when you jump on the fucking combat footage in Ukraine and all these other subreddits. I've never seen war like this before. This is insane. It's 2022, and I'm seeing war in fucking HD in real time with fucking GoPros where you're actually a Ukrainian soldier and you're seeing like fucking burning bodies. Like this shit is crazy, man. Can't believe this is happening in this year.
Yeah, no thanks. All right, let's go back into actual video game news. Babylon's Fall came out, and
that's actual video game news.
This is
video game related.
Yeah.
The Russians are being cut off from their video games in a way to try to wake them up to protest and end this war. Anyways,
this is my favorite title. The worst game I've played in years. Babylon's Fall is ugly, clunky, incomprehensible mess.
What?
It is boring.
Which one?
Babylon's Fall.
Babylon's
Worst
Fall.
game? Has you played that? What was that game we played? Wonderland?
That's what's funny about that, Joe, is this is the same fucking company, Square Enix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so Babylon's Fall
Okay.
belly flops on release with less than 700 players, something like 600 players at release.
I know
Joe.
one of those players. He
Less
was
than
streaming it.
Really? Who
Yeah.
was it?
A buddy of mine, Ryan.
Oh my God! Well, just so that you put up the numbers, Marvel's Avengers peaked at 28,000 players. This one has 647 players. Babylon Fall. Let's see. It has already declared a financial disappointment when Marvel Avengers launch. Imagine what kind of disappointment Babylon's Fall is with just 2% of that number, right? And it sucks because it's Platinum Games, and I love Platinum Games. You know, Vanquish. I played the shit out of that. And
This uses the same engine, probably. This says it looks like a late era PS2 game, no matter how high you crank up your graphical settings. The story is an absolute awful mess.
Critics
Do you
have
have
been
a summary of the story? No.
calling it a cash grab. Let's jump on Meta. We might have to jump into this and do an angry review. Babylon's Fall. It's 43% critic, 2.1% user score. Holy shit, man! This and Crossfire X are some stinkers this year that we'll get to, hopefully, eventually.
I love the paid reviews on Metacritic. Like
What?
This game is
10 out of 10.
Get the fuck
Great
out of here.
game of the year, the best game from Platinum Games.
Game of the year. Get the fuck out of here.
And no elaboration. Oh, I see that one here. Yeah. Juegazo? What is that? The best
How much they pay you, man?
How much they pay you? Oh, man. And there's no elaboration. It's just trolls. You know, that's why I don't really go
Did
to
they compare
Metacritic.
this to Nier?
Huh?
Did they compare it to Nier?
Don't look at
I
that.
was like,
Nier
get outta here,
Automata or
boy.
Bayonetta 3.
That
Don't look at
game's
this
over
shit.
here.
This is review bombs, review. What is the reverse? What is the fucking giving a game tens
Fluffers.
in a trolls?
Review
yeah, okay.
fluffers.
Review. It's a fluff. Carpet fluffing. Carpet bombing. Carpet fluffing. Yeah, carpet fluffing. All right.
God
Help
damn
us come up with a term for that because that does happen. I've seen it fucking happen. It's
really
like,
wanna
well, if
get
this shit is on the
pumped up and
PlayStation,
engorged.
then I'm going to fucking rate it high
No,
because fuck Xbox and vice versa. Fuck PlayStation, I'm going to rate this high because whatever that shit that's called. Review bomb, reverse bombing.
Well, Alex, you want to try that one out?
Shilling? Is this shilling?
Shill bombing.
Shilling? I don't know.
I'm trying to get
None works.
the mass targeted action words in there. Yeah.
Help us
So
out.
Babylon Fall, dead on arrival. Something we will be covering this month, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, was that it?
That's it.
All right, we got a shorter episode here for you, but a lot of very important and good news in there. If you enjoyed it and you enjoy hanging out with us at the beginning of every week, so why not support us? Grab some merch, click those links down below, and thank you. So subscribe, tell your friends, and stay tuned for more good angry reviews. We've got more Warhammer battles coming. I see many of you are enjoying those. Our battle reports. So upcoming is a battle between Other Joe's Necrons and my Angry Army chapter of you guys in the chapter. So
when is the
that's
Ray and Alex
Wednesday.
match?
And then there's a Ray and Alex match. So the way I've structured it, and I'll talk about it in the battle review, is it's like the tournament.
yeah.
It's 2 and 2. We randomly determine 2 and 2. The winners play each other. The losers play each other. Me and Joe are the losers. And it does affect the campaign map. The winners get a selection of planets, and the losers get a few planets. That kind of fills the galaxy. Once the galaxy is filled, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, stay tuned for that battle report. Actually, the episode 2 is on the show, on the YouTube channel now. Go watch that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.